One go, we're live now. Your
right,
connection's weak. Oh shit. Well, hopefully this will go back up. But
all right, so the first model you move after you rolled your charge and you succeed, the first model you move must finish within 1 inch of the enemy. I guess the rest of them don't have to be. So.
Oh man, I don't even think it posted all that video we did, and that's gonna annoy the crap out of me. It's saying this is our 25th.
You can only charge once with a unit. You can't multiple charge or charge multiple times at the same unit in the same phase. Heroic intervention.
John, do me a solid and come around and hold this for me. I'm gonna check the page to reshare everything.
After the enemy has completed all of their charge moves, any of your characters that are within 3 inches of an enemy unit may perform a heroic intervention.
All right.
Any that do so can move up to 3 inches so long as they end their move closer to the nearest enemy model. I don't know if they'll be able to fight or not. I guess we'll find out here. All right, so now the fight phase. Choose a unit to fight with. Any unit that charged or has models within an inch of an enemy unit can be chosen to fight in the fight phase. So this includes all units, not just those controlled by the player whose turn it is. All units that charge this turn fight first. The player whose turn it is picks the order in which these units fight. After all the charging units have fought, the players alternate, choosing eligible units to fight with. So those would be the ones that have been locked in combat previously. And you do that until all eligible units have fought. No unit can be selected more than once each phase. Yeah, that's pretty easy. All right, so first, you pile in. So you may move each model in the unit up to 3 inches. It says may, so I guess you don't have to. You can do it in any direction so long as the model ends the move closer to the nearest enemy model. You choose targets. Pick a target unit or units for the attacks.
Is that just from you? Like I saw floating across.
Wait, what?
Did you just like or something?
Oh, I'm trying to share it on all the...
Yeah.
Oh shit. Come on.
Okay, so something new that's been added to this, so we all know, is the...
why did this just go yellow all of a sudden? It seems.
Oh, it's nighttime.
It's casting out the blue light.
Okay, so you only get to fight in close combat with like 2 ranks of people. So obviously your guys within 1 inch of an enemy get to fight. Also, if you're within 1 inch of another model from your own unit, that it itself is within 1 inch. Those guys get to fight, but nobody else. So, if a model can make more than 1 close combat attack, it can split them between eligible target units as you wish.
Target units or models?
Units. So, say you got a guy with you got a Space Marine Sergeant with a power fist. He's like tucked in the corner.
Everyone tuning back in, the live stream crashed, so I apologize.
Yeah.
Trying to share it back up.
We'll get there. See if there's anything else different here. All right, and if you don't have any melee weapons, you get what's called close combat weapon, which it's pretty normal. It just does 1 damage. It's strength user. And if you have multiple different weapons, you can split your attacks between your weapons however you choose. You resolve your close combat attacks, and then it says to go through the saving, wounding, saving, all this shit over here. So that's we've gone over that. And then you consolidate. You may move each model in the unit up to 3 inches.
I gotta get going.
Can be in any direction so long as the model ends the move closer to the nearest enemy model. Yeah, we'll do our game at some other point.
Friday?
Yeah, there's just so much going on tonight.
We can probably do Friday.
Friday, I work till 4, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, hey, since John isn't on the one, let me see your phone real quick.
I'm not on one of the pages or something?
Yeah, it's okay. I added you. They'll add you.
Okay.
But, yeah, there's a couple
All
of the
right.
larger...
In the morale phase, starting with the player whose turn it is, players must take morale tests for units that their army... For units from their army that have had models slain during the turn.
Francisco, why is the normal close why the normal close combat weapon profile exists, because models, for example, Tyranids, you pay for those talons, you can save those points for just regular attacks.
I think it's like something
Smart.
like... I think it's like
agree.
Tau, who normal guys don't get a melee weapon.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what it's there covering for.
Right.
All right, so leadership, very different from before, you know. So, so you roll your 2d6 like usual. If the result from the morale test exceeds the highest leadership characteristic in the unit, the test is failed. For each point that the test is failed by, one model in that unit must flee and is removed from play. So even if they're multi-wound models, you just pick them off. That's it. And you choose which ones. Transports. Let's talk about transports. Cool stuff. You know, it'll say on the data sheet, you know, what their transport capacity is. When you set up a transport, units can start the battle embarked within it instead of being set up separately. Declare what units are embarked inside the transport when you set it up. So there's no more private transports, you know. And if you want to embark in the game, if all models in the unit end their move within 3 inches of the transport, they can embark within it. So they no longer have access points, hatches. Those are gone. It's just get within 3 inches of the hull. And you can't do anything while you're embarked, unless specifically stated. And if you have like aura effects or anything, those don't work unless it specifically says otherwise. Wait, so did they get rid of like fire points on transports?
I have not looked yet.
Okay, because it sounds like they did.
That would kind of suck, especially if they're doing that with open top. That would make no sense for an open top.
Well, open top doesn't exist anymore.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't, because there's no penetration table or anything like that. All right, disembarking. If you're in a transport, you can disembark at the beginning of the movement phase, and you do that before the transport moves. And you set that unit up on the battlefield such that all of the models are within 3 inches of the transport.
Hi, Dad.
If you can't set them up any other way, they get slain. And, okay, you disembark, you can act normally. You can move, shoot, charge, fight, whatever.
Oh, so there's no more assault vehicles.
Yeah.
You just get... So
You just get out and
you
charge.
can charge from a rhino now. You
Yep.
can charge from a devilfish. Why you would want cow charging, I don't know.
You never know, man. All right, so the yeah, sweet. What does this say? Not printed on here, but I'm gonna say it's a 308. Right, and if you disembark, you count as having moved for the purpose of shooting heavy weapons.
All right.
Now we got some nice pictures here. We have an example turn.
Oh, diagrams. Diagram.
Yeah. So it looks pretty normal. Oh, so they're explaining how, you know, this thing didn't advance. He moved. A malignant plague caster. I'm going to assume that's a different unit.
The death guard. Oh no, it's a type of death guard, is what it's saying. I think.
Oh, so are they saying that certain models in a single unit can advance, some cannot, or some can choose not to? I guess there's. I'm not sure because I don't know. I'm not familiar with Plague Marines well enough.
Hey, I want to take a quick minute to just say that we just recently got in the Armageddon terrain from
Death Ray.
The Death Ray Designs. I want to make sure Black Site Armageddon is part of their Black Site line, but Death Ray Designs has sent us their Black Site Armageddon stuff, which is really good, awesome quality terrain. It's not expensive, and they made this Armageddon so that it looks a little more grimdark. But if you guys have a chance to see this, it is really high quality, not expensive terrain. It's amazing. It looks fantastic painted. So again, thanks to Death Ray Designs for sending the cast some stuff. I am working on painting that because we want to do a filmed narrative campaign with Shadow War Armageddon. So not everybody in the shop digs Shadow War Armageddon. That's fine, but I do want to do a filmed, scripted, possibly narrative campaign. So we're currently painting terrain to do that. But again, this stuff is really great. So thanks again, Death Ray Designs. They do a great job. I'll let you guys get back to it.
All right. Well, I hate to make everybody really sad, but I mean, this is why the core rules were free, because honestly, the core rules are like what, 4 pages? Seriously, the core rules are 4 pages. Where's that little fold-out thing? That's literally the core rules.
All right, yeah,
right there. That's literally the core rules.
All right, so with the Dark Angels box set, they did
Dark Angels.
No, let me finish. With the Dark Angels box set, they did those sheets inserts that they had, and now they've made the thing a fold-out. So it just does this. It explains the basic phases and everything. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty
And
sweet.
yeah, so you know, I'd like to laminate that actually, probably. It's quality enough. For those of you guys who didn't see us unboxing all of the Dark Imperium box set earlier, I'll go ahead and do that again, kind of so you can see. All of the sprues are contained in this segment. It's sealed with the purity seal. It's kind of cool.
Did you end up cutting the seal?
I did. I just was, screw it. Sorry,
Yeah,
I tried
dude.
to get it off there, but that wasn't
Shame
happening.
for shame.
Here's an Imperial, or the Primaris Space Marine sprue. Is that focusing?
Yeah, it focused. Did
right.
you want to grab one of the guys to give a scale?
Oh yeah, we'll do. Here's some Death Guard guys sprue.
Are those normal
Yeah,
size?
this has been leaked to death, but the Death Guard are. I think there's probably like some special units in the Death Guard. I didn't really look. Here's that goofy looking jetpack thing.
Yeah.
Sprue.
Yeah, it's
Got
all
two
about...
pieces. And there is no push fit, by the way, with any of this stuff. None of this stuff's push fit. It's all cut and glue, all basic generic poses. But yeah, you know, whatever. It's cool. It's cool. I'm probably gonna trade somebody for the Primaris Space Marines, just because whatever. Oh, and it also came with some dice. Gave you some cool red see-through dice to go with the set, and then of course all your bases.
But no templates.
No templates. I like templates. I'm sad the templates are gone. I mean, like, I'm all for speeding the game up and everything. I get it. But
I can't believe I bought all those templates from that one company.
I mean,
and they
well, actually, yeah. I'll take a minute to talk about my buddy Tony Myers of Hammerhead Games. He they do cutouts, and he of course did the templates before. Shut up, White Scar Spikes. We're in a garage, so
it's like
that's gonna
Max
happen
out there.
Oh yeah, thanks. That's perfect, actually. Yeah, Hammerhead Games. They do some pretty cool cutouts and templates and everything. But these are clear bases. These things are really nice. These are really quality clear bases, and we're excited to cut those out. Have that cut out.
Like there's
Yeah, they do. They do good stuff. Yeah, it's nice quality stuff. So, Brian likes that the templates are gone. I kind of do.
Brian's still.
Oh, no
still
sound?
watching
Really?
with
No
us.
sound? Can everybody hear what we're saying right now? I don't know if Brian can hear what we're saying. I think it might be you, Mark Sauce. That's an awesome last name, by the way, if
Hey,
that's
can I
actually your
share
last
a
name.
Quote?
Yeah.
Death is our final offering to the Emperor.
Yes, it
Also,
is.
Oh, there's another good one.
Yeah, I don't know. They say our sound's alright, so I don't know what's going on.
There's a lot of good ones in here.
Oh yeah, at the bottom of every page there.
Yeah. A mind without purpose will wander in dark places. Negotiation is surrender. Hope is a luxury.
You know what? I think we're at the point where this is annoying me enough that...
Alright, bye-bye, outside world.
Careful with the door. We don't want to die.
Well, yeah, I'm aware.
Alright, so, hey, let's talk about some rules.
Yeah.
So,
Dumb
holy shit, that's it for the rules, man. I mean, it's literally a couple pages. This game is...
else that I have to do, right? Just pull this.
Just
Yeah.
pull it. So.
Yeah, it's just like a guillotine, dude. Just pull the rope. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so let's talk about Warlord traits. So before, your own armies had your own Warlord traits. That's no longer the case. There is Warlord traits here, okay?
Just 3?
Yeah, there's just 3 of them. And it says you can roll a D3, but it also says, alternatively, choose the trait that most suits your warlord's temperament or style of war. So I guess you can just pick whichever one you want. It says you can. It says alternative to rolling, you pick. And so what they are, you got Legendary Fighter.
Hold on, I'm having Glean.
That's alright. So if your warlord charges in the charge phase, add 1 to their attack characteristic until the end of the ensuring fight phase. So as a Tau player, I'm going to say that one sucks, but whatever. Inspiring Leader. Friendly units within 6 of the Warlord can add 1 to their leadership characteristic. That's not bad. And then Tenacious Survivor. Roll a dice each time this Warlord loses a wound. On a 6, the Warlord shrugs off the damage and does not lose the wound. So basically it gets a 6 plus feel no pain. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
I would probably take that one every time. And then here we have a basic...
Hey, somebody has a question here.
Yeah.
Mark Sauce has a question.
What does Mark Sauce want to know?
See more. Okay, Mark wants to know. Okay, a lot of people are talking about the fact that indexes that were leaked today have different point values than those that were leaked from the box.
Oh.
If I use the armies from the box for my army, should I use the values that are in the box? So he says it's 7 points in the book, but it's 15 points in the index.
I want to say that this may differ between matched play or the type of game. Does that sound correct? I'm not positive. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, if we don't know...
Oh, wait, there's something...
Does anyone else know?
Paying for weapons...
Oh, you guys want to know about paying for weapons? Yeah, we can go over that.
Yeah, if there's something we don't know, we'll find out and get back to you if somebody doesn't know already.
So only war, so this is just a scenario. We're just going to blow through this real quick. And we went through this before in the other stream, but you got your open play, your narrative play, your matched play. Honestly, that's about it. You got your stratagems, you got your... So, I mean, we already went over this before, so this is kind of old to us, so,
Right. Where are the general stratagems for,
Right, yeah, the,
Oh, yeah, I'd like to look at that, actually.
Because each mission seems to have their own...
But did we talk about deployment? This is all...
No, here, take a look, guys. These are the new deployment types. There's 6 of them.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah, that's some pretty cool shit. And I like this one. This one reminds me of 4th edition. That's like mid-2000s right there.
Yeah.
So...
Throwback.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get to those stratagems. I will take you there, my child. By the way, tactical objectives are still a thing. They are really cool. Oh, and here's one of your stratagems, New Orders. Costs 2.
Yes.
And it's only for if you're using tactical objectives, but you immediately discard and generate a new one.
That's cool.
So
that costs 2 command points?
Yeah, it's kind of expensive. But
I feel like that's maybe not...
Yeah, but you're dumping a nasty card.
Yeah, I guess.
There's some other stratagems that are scenario specific. So if, say, you're playing Contact Lost, you have this stratagem you can execute for 3 command points. It's special to that mission. But, that's... There's another one. Now, where was that? Oh, here we go. So, asking about stratagems. Here they are. So they made it sound like there were going to be a shit ton of them, but yeah, there's just 3.
oh, seriously?
Yeah, this is
That's it?
Command reroll, counteroffensive, and insane.
Isn't this what they put on the daily updates?
Well, it was in the Warhammer community. Yeah, they said there's much, much more to come. Right?
Well, they better get pumping. That's all I'm saying.
Well, and also let's not forget that yearly there will be yearly updates to all of these things.
Oh, and Brian's like, oh yeah, finger those pages. Yeah, Brian, look at that shit.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I'm making your GF jealous right now, aren't I?
But
Brian's got a girlfriend now, huh?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that Asian woman that he never talks about.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
because they're so hush hush.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
All right, have we missed anything super important?
No.
Well, here's all the
that's all the
deployments.
rules. This is crazy.
Wow.
Crazy short.
But
So like, you could print it on toilet paper and like wipe your butt with just the rules. You would almost not have enough toilet paper. Look how short these are.
I mean, that's good in a way.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
I mean,
except when you're on the toilet.
Is there a lot of fluff in this book?
There is a lot of fluff in
It
this
is
book.
like 3/4.
You guys want to like see the history of the galaxy? Watch this. Oh, and then it stops right there.
Ha ha ha! Beauty mortal.
So, oh, by the way, girls play this game.
Yes.
Just want to point that out. Okay, so here's the fluff from this much of the book versus, I guess you could say that's all rules, but the fluff is bigger than the rules. And even then, the rules has a lot of fluff mixed in with it. So
yeah.
But I mean, we can go through this a little bit if you guys want. We got a nice quote. We got a picture of the Emperor. Yeah, very pretty.
I bet they want to see indices. Probably.
Yeah. So we'll bust out some indices
hey,
for
so
you.
somebody had asked earlier about the drop pod, and since this is the drop pod cast, we're gonna open this up to the
Let's
drop
talk about the
pod.
drop
Let's talk
pod.
about drop pods.
Yeah. So it has a movement of 0. That's the first thing I noticed. So it cannot move.
Well, I'm gonna get the claw drop pods, so I will have movement.
All right.
Damn it.
That's a Forge World model, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or did they?
Here's something
Silly Games Workshop
I just
model
noticed.
peasants.
Vehicles have leadership characteristics.
Oh.
I don't know when that would come into effect, but there, a drop pod is leadership 8.
How is it going to retreat?
I mean, if it's a claw, it can move.
Maybe for like psychic power purposes, that might have something. But
Maybe.
so highlights of the drop pod is its toughness 6, has 8 wounds with 3+ saves. So it's.
Hold on, I gotta focus here.
It sounds like it's pretty easy to kill.
Oh, we forgot about this nifty. For anyone that didn't see it, this nifty see-through ruler that came in the box.
if you can see it at all, since it's see-through.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Somebody's asking Derek Stewart. Here we are. Any idea what fly rules are?
Oh, fly. Did we talk about fly?
No, but we're going to talk about fly. But first, let's talk about a drop pod. So
If I can get it to focus.
fly's
here.
not in there.
Yeah, it is.
Let me know.
That better be in there. It's a keyword. Why wouldn't it
Yeah.
So,
not be? Games Workshop.
okay. So where were we?
So instead of Deep Strike, models that traditionally had Deep Strike will have their own version of their own form of Deep Strike here. So for example, the drop pod has drop pod assault. So during deployment, you can set up this model along with any units embarked within it in orbit instead of placing it on the battlefield. At the end of any of your movement phases, this model can perform a drop pod assault. Set it up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches away from enemy models. Any models embarked inside must immediately disembark, but they must be set up more than 9 inches away from any enemy models. Any models that cannot be set up because there's not enough room are slain.
Okay, let's address that fly question.
Yes.
So, just no, you don't.
Fly, yeah, you just
move back and tip it up and just film me. Well, no, I won't film the book. Just film me talking.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So fly. To answer your question, it just says in the rule book that if the data sheet says that a model has fly, it can move across models and terrain as if they were not there. Now, it does go on to address this with a minimum move, and the minimum move says that some models can fly, the keyword again, have a move characteristic consisting of 2 values. Now, the first model's minimum speed is the movement phase. All parts of the model's base must end the move at least that far from where they started.
Here's an example of that. The Stormhawk Interceptor. It's over here in the corner because its value changes with wounds, but as you can see, it has a minimum movement of 20 inches.
Yeah, hold on. All right, there we go.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, so the guy who's asking about fly, and I think he was kind of getting at, well, flyers harder to hit, stuff like that.
Yes.
That is hard to hit special rule, which will be listed on the data sheet. So right here, the Stormhawk Interceptor says hard to hit. Your opponent must subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks that target this model in the shooting phase. And we've flipped through here. Basically, all the things that were flyers in the previous edition basically have this hard to hit.
Right.
So, and they also have like crash and burn, other cool stuff.
Yeah. So Adam Young has a question. Is Khorne Demonkin dead?
Is Khorne Demonkin dead?
Well, he's gonna have to ask Index Chaos that question.
Maybe it's in here. I don't know. I'll tell you something that you can take to the bank, and that is that Robo Girly Man is a traitor, and he is the new Horus, and the Inquisition. You can straight from the Inquisitor Nathan's mouth. We're going to go to a civil war. Well, let's just put it this way: we're investigating We're investigating Mr. Gilliman for some
Think
serious
of it
heresy.
as a civil war that's going to take place behind a curtain. The average Imperial citizen
Won't know
isn't
about
going to
it.
know that anything's going on.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a silent play behind a curtain. There's not going to be any crashing noises or anything.
Yeah, these
Well,
these Primaris
I hope not.
sons of bitches. We didn't sign off.
This
on
is heresy. Mutants.
We didn't sign off on this project.
Have you seen the plasma rifles? Xenos tech?
There was no inquisitorial consultment about this.
That's heresy.
This is heresy.
That's what it is.
The big son of a bitch. Damn, he towers, don't he?
So, what other questions do you guys got? You know, what else can we do for you? We got all the books right here.
Yes, ask away.
I'm surprised that Battalion kid hasn't been asking anything.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, I got the Space Marine book right here.
You guys want to see Magnus the Red?
Ah!
So what we got here? We got 18 wounds. Weapon skill 2+, ballistic skill 2+, strength of 8, toughness 7, leadership 10s, 3+ save, and
You know what? It would actually answer the question: is Khorne dead? If Khorne is actually given profile. So why don't we look Khorne?
Fluff questions. We don't have our
We don't have
fluff
our
bunny.
We don't have our fluff bunny hats on right now. We've got our.
Well, we did for a minute there. When
We did
talking-
for a minute, but then we put our min max.
Yeah.
oh, Brian says it's a new founding.
It's a new founding.
And then Adam Young also asks chapter tactics.
Yes,
mainly,
let's talk about that.
Mainly Black Templar.
Black
Okay,
Templar. Oh,
so
yeah.
chapter tactics, to answer your question, not just Black Templar, but for all of them, chapter tactics, gone.
Gone.
Okay, so for
No
example...
bolter drill. I'm so
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah, we've
Fuck that.
flipped through
I'm
this
so
book.
mad.
It's not anywhere. Now, what they do
Oh,
have...
jeez.
So let's use Imperial Fists as an example, since we have
Yes.
quite a few players from them, and boy, Yellow Marines look really cool. So we're flipping through, you know.
Screw you, dude.
So, okay, so we got Ultramarines, you know, and they have a page of fluff. Y'all see that? We got a page of fluff. We have a nice artwork. And then they talk about the specific, you know, Ultramarines characters. Very cool. We keep flipping. Imperial Fists. They have a page of Imperial Fist Imperial Fist fluff.
There you go.
Okay? And then they have the list of all the Imperial Fist special characters. There's one of them. Okay, well, alright. Maybe Bolter Drill's on the next page. Nope, now we're going on to Crimson Fists. Same format. You got fluff. You've got people.
Oh man, I don't
Same
know.
with Black Templars.
Khorne actually might be dead for realsies.
Uh-oh.
Because he doesn't
Raven
have a profile
Guard.
in
But they got demons of corn though.
here. Yeah, but there's no profile for Khorne.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's gone, dude.
So we got some other questions here.
Yeah, what else people want to know?
Would Gilliman be a good match for a Primus army?
For a Primaris army?
Yeah, Primaris. my
Like
bad.
putting him in the Primaris army?
Well, let's see if he has any
that's
special rules.
that's what
Yes.
seemed-
If you're saying yes, essentially yes. Also, surrounding him with units. Even though he's a huge Primarch, apparently they consider that a hard to hit model. So surrounding him or having him attached to a unit is also helpful. But yeah, I mean, you're not going to go wrong putting
So,
Gilliman with
I can read
Primaris
off his
Space
special abilities. He's got some cool ones.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he has, and they shall know no fear, which we'll get back to that in a minute because I mean everybody has that. But he has the armor of fate, so he has a 3+ invulnerable save. Okay, so the first time he is reduced to 0 wounds, roll a d6. On a 4+, set him up again at the end of the phase, as close as possible to his previous position, and more than 1 inch away from any enemies, with d6 wounds remaining. So that's only the first time he dies, right?
the first time. So
only
there's
the
more.
first- No,
Yeah.
that's it. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah, so he doesn't keep doing this forever.
I wasn't sure
He
if it's
dies,
like
yeah.
the second time he like comes up with less or
Right.
something.
He's the author of the Codex. If your army is battle forged, you receive an additional 3 command points if he is your warlord. So that's nice.
Yeah, that's like just taking a battalion detachment right there in and of itself.
He's a battalion all on his own.
Yeah. Okay. So
Masters of Battle, you can add 1 to advance and charge rolls for friendly keyword Imperium units within 12 inches of him, and reroll hit rolls of 1 and failed morale tests for these units.
So I guess he's not dead.
Khorne is not dead.
Yay!
All right. Next question here. We got a little bit of a backlog, so let's get on this.
All right. Well,
They
he's got
popped
one
up
more rule.
really-
I guess we'll just leave it. But it's you can re-roll
No, go
any.
ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so you can re-roll any failed hit and wound rolls for friendly Ultramarines within 6 inches of Guilliman. All right. Next question.
All right, Derek Stewart has a question. How do you feel about jet, jump, fast vehicles losing its flavor?
Jet and jump vehicles losing flavor.
That's
Well, no, jet, comma, jump, comma, fast vehicles.
So all of those things.
Well, it seems like I think they kind of balanced it looking at the rules that I had noticed.
I don't know if I know quantitatively enough to completely answer that question. But with the fly rule, what I think is that like Tau skimmers have fly. So I mean they're gonna do kind of what they do.
I'm gonna get out the Tau book here in a minute.
Yeah. I haven't really looked at like something that had jump. I guess we.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing jump. I want to look for that. Like, it's like jump jet.
Jump jet or jet is mostly all the vehicles in Tau or all the suits in Tau.
Okay.
The Vespin are jump.
Ask him. What do you mean by losing its flavor? Like, can you clarify that? I guess.
Like fast vehicles had a special flavor that they could fly out 18. That was wild.
Yeah, that was crazy. Fuck
Well-
that. I actually was so annoyed when he's.
Yeah, when I did that last week.
Like he actually did that in one of our last games. I let him use a Riptide wing. That was that game, right?
Yeah.
And then.
But the Riptides had nothing to do with this.
It didn't. However, he was able to tie the game 10-10 because he got his stupid little skimmer 18 inches to an objective. And
12 plus 18.
12 plus 18, and then tied me for points.
Piranhas, dude. Fast.
Whatever, man. I tied.
7th ed. It's all the
I
past.
used Imperial Fist, and I tied somebody with a Riptide wing, so that's impressive to me. But anyway.
I want to bring something to everyone's attention because I'm sure there's a lot of Space Marine players out there. And they shall know no fear. You can re-roll failed morale tests for that unit. And just about everything has it, so that's cool. Now, psychic powers. Here, why don't you pan in on this? So, this is how they do psychic powers now.
You're gonna have to come a little closer.
I'll come as close as you need, man.
Ooh.
All right, so as you can see, there's only 3 powers there.
I'm down.
So basically, Space Marines only have those 3 powers. And as we flip through these books, we found that most factions only have like 3 psychic powers.
Yeah.
And it's unique to that faction. So.
Smite is like...
Smite's universal. That's
Smite's
right.
universal, yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to put the Space Marine book away because...
All right.
Whatever.
Fine.
Dude,
All right.
the Middle Ages are over, dude. Let's go into the future.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Next question from Michael. Have they fixed the possessed chaos? Have they fixed the possessed chaos marines?
Possessed Chaos Marines. What was wrong with them to begin with? I don't play Chaos Marines.
What's
so
he mean about fixing them? Like they were spayed or neutered?
I need more detail and context for that.
All right. All right. To Derek's question,
Jetpack.
just before that, it looks like he posted. By what I mean, hold on.
About the flavor for the jump, right? So
By that I mean jump packs had Hammer Wrath.
Oh yes.
When assaulting, that was fun. Jetpacks
However,
could move, shoot, and jump. Feels like some of the tactics details were removed.
you want me to? I'll actually.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
gonna pull that up in the rule book and take a peek at that. Hammer Wrath is awesome. I use it often in my drop pod Skyhammer Annihilation Force because it was just the best formation ever. But you can assault coming out of drop pods. So, and you don't need a formation to do it. So you're like, yes, we don't have Hammer or Wrath.
Anybody can
that I
assault
know
out
of,
of
but you can assault out of that's still good. And the attackers are swinging first. And I'm pretty sure Assault Marines still have an attack profile, 3 attacks. I don't know. I'll look at it right now. But anyway, the point is, it's still like, it's still good. Just to clarify that further, like all of the stuff I just mentioned, and then getting the 5 Hammer Wrath attacks that auto hit, man, people did not like that. That was pretty harsh. That was a pretty gross way to just kind of rein in there and deal damage to stuff. I mean, it was devastating for Tau. If I did that on Tau lines and my paws didn't scatter out, they were basically done turn
Yeah,
one
I
two.
thought it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
I think rude was the word I used at the time.
Pretty rude. Yeah, he told me it was. I was rude.
It was rude. Yeah, it was all right.
All right. Since you were just looking at the Chaos one, Mikey Jones here is. Am I saying this right? Mortarion?
Mortarion, yes.
Is he in the Chaos Index?
I will look for you.
That sounds like a question we can answer.
You're looking up Jump and Jet, right?
Yeah, so I have a conundrum here. So looking at, for example, the XV8 Crisis Battlesuit, it has keyword jetpack.
Okay.
I don't know where that is. Although I did find the index here, there is.
Well, here's the
keywords.
dumb thing. Actually, these don't have indexes in them. So I'm just gonna like open up the back of this book and like see how. Do you see any word here that says index? Because I don't. Did anyone see anything in here that said index on it? Because I did not.
The index does not have an index.
This is kind of neat. It's got like these you can print out and laminate or whatever. Army sheets. But yeah, there's like no index per se.
We do not know what jetpack does. It's not in the main rulebook.
Oh, seriously? We gotta fix that.
That's
I won't go home
are
until we
not
know
in the
what
main
that is.
computer.
Computer says no.
Yeah, I'm gonna tear this book apart until
Mortarian's in here. He's got it in here. I just don't know. I don't know where the hell he is though.
All right. Well, you're looking that up. This one should be one we could probably answer.
All right.
Mark Sauce asked,
Mr. Sauce.
or maybe he was.
Oh, hey, there's Philodon.
Oh, maybe he was posting to somebody else. There's a.
Abaddon's really good,
he
yeah.
stated that's just a reroll to fail morale checked. So I think he was posting to somebody
Oh, there's
else.
a contents. No index, but a content. That'll probably help me. Yeah, let's look for Mortarian. Mortarian. Where would I find that guy? I don't know. I know too little about the Chaos. Sorry, Dave from Mini Wargaming. I know too little about the Chaos.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar on him myself. Too bad Jamie's
I'm an
not.
Inquisitor. I only kill him. I don't know.
You don't study him. You just kill him.
Ordo Malleus, I should. All right. Come on, I can get it here, dude. Where is this dude?
Francisco said something about check the beginning of each faction rules.
Okay. I'll do that.
And I'm not sure what he was.
Oh, like referring
Some
to?
specific rule. I think he just. Some specific rules that you can't be found on the main rule book are at the beginning of each army faction page.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that I feel like jet and jump wouldn't be specific.
It's not. So so person on the internet. Hello. I looked at the beginning of Tau. I'll show it to you here. So here. Okay. So here, real quick. So keywords for battlesuit. You got jetpack, right? So we go to the beginning of Tau, and this is it. Jetpack is not here.
All right. Mikey Jones. He's the Primarch of the Death Guard, a.k.a. Nurgle.
Oh.
So then he
right.
might be in this book.
So he's
then.
like Nurgle incarnate. Yeah, let me
Yeah,
look at
he-
the Death Guard.
All right. And then Jamie had posted, and what's the question? But I think Mikey
Talking about Mortarion.
Yep.
Yeah, well, we might have an answer here shortly.
Right.
So,
Space Marine assault squads, by the way, only have keywords infantry and assault squad.
here the
So they don't have like jetpack or anything like that.
Really?
No. Well, jump pack assault is a special ability.
So they might have changed.
Oh, that's
this
their
up.
deep strike.
and I didn't see anything in the Death Guard little codex thing about Mortarion. Which I hope that they probably don't include like a character or anything in the set, which kind of makes me a little bit sad. They did that with Talons of the Emperor as well. They didn't really include like an HQ or choice or like a specific character, which I thought was kind of disappointing. I think they should have done that. So, I don't know.
there's a jump pack keyword right here. The entire unit may take jump packs. If they do, their move characteristic is increased to 12, and they gain the jump pack and fly keywords.
Okay. Dan said they'll probably release a larger Death Guard Codex.
Probably. Mortarion is not in this, and he is not in this. So that likely is something to come.
All right. Mikey says, thanks for looking. No problem, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Somebody asked here, Jason Martz, which Francisco posted later on. Will NIDS have other threats now than just the Flyrants?
Yes. To answer your question,
X-Pyrovores or other units?
I know exactly what he's asking,
used?
and the short answer to that is yes. And also, because everything can hurt everything, so gaunts. You know, I don't have the Xenos book in front of me at the moment, but you're looking at it.
Yeah. Dude.
Okay, I'd like to actually know their attack profile. Before the gaunts they had the 3 shots, but everything can hurt everything now. So. What made a game particularly lame, one of the ones I played actually against Amanda, one of the girls that plays here at the shop, I had struck in with my Skyhammer force, and she brought brought gaunts with her, and she couldn't even attack them. Oh, one attack?
Termagants?
The blasters that do the 3 shots, Hormagaunts.
Oh, the Strangleweb, Assaulty 3? Oh, Devourers.
Devourers, yeah.
Strength
Devourers.
4, AP 0, damage 1, 18-inch range.
So no 3 shots?
No, it's Assault 3.
Oh, it's Assault 3. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so that'll hurt shit. I mean, and you're still, I'm reasonably certain, able to pump them out. So you get tons of them on the table. I forget how many it was I had, but at one point, you're rolling 120 dice. Basically, you're going to hurt stuff. I mean, that's like having a mass amount of las guns shooting at, say, a Land Raider. Everybody was really concerned that weapon profiles, anything's going to be able to hurt anything, so you can shoot at things with the Marines guns or with the las guns, and like it's going to just pop a rhino or something. That's not it at all. But the math works out that if you have enough of the stuff shooting at something that has a lot of wounds and it's tough, you're going to hurt it. And games aren't probably going to feel like anymore where you sit down and you have something that just can't do anything against something else, which is really good. And that I like that a lot. I think it was lame if you showed up to play an army and they had armor, and now reasonably, again, you should build. Part of the game is building your list. You should have something that could have dealt damage to armor. But there are cases in games where it just couldn't do anything. I mean, Amanda could not shoot my drop pods. If I had objectives secured, that's really super lame for her. So, it's just stupid. It makes for a stupid game because then you're winning fairly handily and easily. So the Tyranids have threats other than the Flying Hive Flyrants or whatever? Yes. You don't have to just rely on those twin-linked Devourers with Brain Leech Worms or whatever it was. So you'll have other stuff that can do other things. Tyranids are going to be really good again, and I think that Orcs are going to be playable again too.
All right. Getting back into the feed here a bit. Scott Bamforth. This is just cover the launch stuff and current range of models. So I think that was in regards to Mortarion.
Yes.
Francisco. If I'm saying your name wrong there, I'm sorry. Mortarion will come on the incoming supplement of the GW community page, Ultramar thingy.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Thanks for that.
Wow, so they just came out with new books and they're already putting supplements out?
Hey, whatever. Be prepared. I mean, I'm not going to complain about them keeping pumping stuff out.
No, me neither.
For the Tyranids, Jamie.
I'm happy to have this shit today. Yeah. I was going to start killing puppies if we didn't get this today. Like, I was about to call Jamie's rep, be like,
I already killed some puppies.
For every day that you don't send this to me, a puppy will die and it's going to be on your head.
Not the puppy. Hopefully just the ugly puppies, though, right?
Let's just say it's a good thing this is here today.
Jamie said...
No, we love animals. ASPCA, don't sue us or anything.
No, they're all right. I mean, it tastes pretty good.
That's PETA. That's PETA.
Oh shit! Don't even. Oh god.
I'm
Where did I
sorry.
start?
Jamie said Terma shoot Horma assault for the NIDS.
Yeah. Is he asking or is he like?
No,
saying?
he was stating that because we were wondering.
Oh, dude, I hope Brian's still watching because I saw there's a unit in here called a Primus.
My name is Mud.
My name is. Let's go find that.
Oh man, that's all we're gonna hear now.
Right.
Francisco.
Francisco.
He said.
That's fun to say, Francisco. Sorry, Elf. I let them in.
Primus.
Oh god.
My name is Mud.
My name's Bud.
Which army is this for?
Gene Stealer Cult.
Oh gosh.
Hey, while I'm over here,
Wait, hold on. I have a question. What's?
Oh, people have questions.
Francisco said that it's going to be Warzone Ultramar, that the upcoming book, it should have his rules.
Thank you again. Francisco was super helpful. We appreciate that.
Derek Stewart, what melee weapons would you use for Grey Knights? Looks like most of them do not cost extra.
Power swords are awesome. The glaive weapons are also very good. I mean, I have a Grey Knights army, and I kind of mixed it up with power swords and glaives. I haven't got a chance to look at things specifically in 8th for them yet, but I'm sure that pretty much everything that they have is going to be reasonably good. You know, Grey Knights were kind of like one of those armies that was considered like fringely broken by people. So you know, it's a you can make
fringe
some,
broken. I think it's like
you
everything.
can make some real feel badsies things with the Grey Knights.
You can play big boy.
But here's the
Warhammer
thing,
anything,
big boy Warhammer. That's right. But here's the thing about the Grey Knights is like you go up against Sisters of Silence. Whoa. You know, you had a psychic phase. Computer says no. That'll be real fun. That's what I want to do. So beware. I don't know if there's a way to like play around Sisters of Silence armies that are going to be super anti-psyker, but that's going to be a real bane for Grey Knights, I think.
You know what? I don't remember seeing any Sisters of Silence in any of the books. Did you?
Well,
Which
considering I got here kind of late and still haven't looked all the way through Imperium, I have not.
Which kind of brings
Hey,
us...
you bring up a good point. I want to know my Custodes rules, but to his question, I would say mix it up between power swords and glaive weapons. And of course they have their storm
Custodes, they're in the
second
First
book.
of all, it's Custodes, I asked Games Workshop.
Oh, okay.
All right, which this kind of brings up the next
GIF
one.
file. Yeah, the inventor said so.
Are you done? Can I talk now? Can I talk now?
Hashtag triggered. Yes.
Are we done now? Are we done? Okay, thank you.
All right.
So, which brings us kind of to our next question about the armies.
Yeah.
Donnie Bucky.
Okay.
What?
Donnie Darko.
I hope I'm saying your last name there right, Donnie.
Nameology.
What armies are in what books?
Well, if you are a Chaos player, you are in Index Chaos. If you are...
Essentially, Space Marines.
If you are an Imperial player, you are in Index Imperium.
Hey, hold that up so they can see the list.
Well, pretty much, if you're into Imperium Index 1 is pretty much anything Space Marine.
Yeah.
Except for Custodes.
Mike
They're not in
ran.
there?
No, Mike ran off with the other book. Everything
Imperium
else.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He bought it.
Yeah, I know, but we need it.
But because
Everybody blame the commissar.
Anyway,
Ran off with
Xenos
other
2, you got Tau, Tyranids, and Orcs, Tau, Tyranids, and Gene Stealer. Xenos 1, you've got do we even have that?
no, Xenos 1 is not here. That's got all the other Xenos.
Where's Xenos 1?
Who was here?
Who took it?
Yeah.
It's it's got Necrons, Eldar, Dark Eldar, Harlequins, some other shit.
Yeah, those things are probably still stupid ridiculous.
Right, but
Hey,
and
the
then
whole game they says balanced. I believe them.
but
believe
Imperium number 2.
I'm really hoping it's way less Rochambeau-y. So,
Imperium
I'm really good at
2
math, so people are
pretty
stupid
much
playing
covers
math.
everything
Yeah,
else
that's fine.
Imperium.
I'll
It's
play
got
it.
Astartes.
We'll play some big
It's got
So I'd say there are probably like 3 of us that really enjoy competitive games and competitive 40K. I say I like to play competitive 40K. You like to play competitive
I
40K.
love it, dude.
Ed likes to, Ed's going to
I
be
want to
at
make
Buckeye
people
Battles.
try, dude.
Brandon,
Love
of course,
that.
plays competitive 40K. And shout out to those guys and their store board game, Battlegrounds to board games. But yeah, you know, there's a subset of us that like to do everything. Well, I don't know. Some people actually don't like narrative play. I like everything. I like to do everything.
I think we should do a tournament with the narrative play with power levels.
That'd be
We should
cool.
do that.
That'd be
But
cool.
I want to do points too. I'm kind of
Yeah, well, of course.
looking
Yeah.
at it here.
All right, next question here is we're starting to get backlogged again.
Oh man. Sorry, we're trying.
Mike Davidson,
Yes.
does the core rulebook define the simple things like heavy, rapid fire, and assault weapons?
Yes.
It does. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you laid